Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger. And my friends, we are basically on the eve of Season 3 of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and as we all know, it's an incredibly big deal. And in that, I guess I just want to spitball, I just want to talk about some stuff here before we get into Season 3 proper. So first up here, I guess I just want to talk character stuff here. So obviously the Season 3 patch, it's mostly there for the system changes, honestly. Now, there are characters that are getting some big changes, yes, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but the main crux of the patch is definitely the system stuff, the changes to how a lot of stuff works, all the new assists and all that kind of stuff, and that's fantastic, and, you know, obviously we're all looking forward to it, right? The new assist itself is going to change team building quite a bit, stuff like, say, the GT Goku assist. The GT Goku assist was part of the reason why he was very good, and that still, by the way, is unchanged. He got nerfed a little bit, but he's still a really good character, and he's still one of the best characters in the game, just for your information. But that assist, right? But now we have at least one more assist. It is my understanding Dragon Ball Super Broly will have his Eraser Blow assist, the one that goes up into the air, unlike OG Broly's. So we now at least have one more style of assist like that, you know? Want an alternate to the Yamcha assist? Hey, Kefla can do it here. Do you want more beams? Hey, we're rotten with beams now. Do you want just something really unique? Hey, like Majin Buu is getting Fat Toss, Cooler is getting his down forward H as an assist, and my understanding is it retains all the same properties of a projectile invincibility. So there's just so much more for team building coming up, to be sure. Now, with all that said here, let's talk about the character changes, because I know some people are over the moon. Especially, you know, if you're a Frieza player or an Android 21 player. But, you know, some people were a little disappointed. And the long story short is this. The characters that were already good in Season 2, they're still gonna be good. You know, Kid Buu, still one of the best, if not the best character in the game now, who knows. Obviously, GT Goku, still gonna be a very powerful character overall. And the usual suspects are still gonna be the usual suspects. You now might see more Friezas, you now might see more Android 21s, but other than that, you know, the same culprits are going to be in play, because the balance patch was not, like, massive, because obviously the patch is mostly focusing on the system level stuff. Like, if you were a big fan of Jiren, I'm sure you're incredibly disappointed right now. Jiren didn't get much. Like, he got a lot of changes on paper, but none of those changes actually, like, really move the wheel too much, right? He still is kind of anemic, and he definitely is still going to struggle, but hey, let's talk about that for a second. So for those of you at home who are hoping that your character got XYZ buff, and did not get that certain buff, well, I would say don't give up hope just yet here. It's very similar to how this played out last year when we got the Season 2 patch. The Season 2 patch did have balance buffs, to be sure, but it was a lot of it like mechanic stuff, new systems and all that, just like this one. And not too long after the fact after that, about 2 or so months afterwards, if I remember right, there was an additional balance patch to begin the start of the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour. So I expect much the same this year. So whenever the new Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour starts up, right beforehand, I do expect another balance patch with perhaps some more significant changes to a lot of the lower tier characters, to be sure. Because other people besides Jiren, like Nappa, Android 16, and some others, I don't really think they got anywhere close to what they needed. But once again, in the future, perhaps they will. As for some of the people who did get what they needed, obviously Frieza with the whole Golden Frieza Dark Phoenix thing that's going to be a thing, I guess, from now on. That's pretty crazy, right? Android 21, while the amount of buffs are not huge, the fact that the command grab is just so much better now, and the fact that she gets all of her absorb slots filled up when she does her level 3, and then from there you can just go crazy and dump, or use her half bar EX projectile, which is insane if you have 4 slots filled up, right? Some other characters I'm actually looking forward to seeing how it goes. I think Majin Buu did very well. Majin Buu, very traditionally one of the most difficult characters to make anything work in this game. Scares off a lot of people because his stuff's just hard, right? But I do believe he's made out very well with just simple stuff like he gets easy sliding knockdowns now, you know? He can go for the sumo stomp here, just like E Honda when he hits you with the butt, and that's the sliding knockdown now. That's kind of a big deal, right? But he is tricky, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Now, going back to assists here, as we all know, everyone gets 3 assists, and we have the new golden type assist, which I do believe is assist type C for everyone. So A and B are quote-unquote normal, and C will be the golden assist for everyone. So the golden assists here are very powerful, to be sure, right? But I wonder how much effect they'll have in the end. Because as strong as they are, seemingly, you know, more damage, more hits done, easier to combo with, more blocks done in a lot of cases, the fact of the matter is they regenerate very, very slow. I didn't math it out, but it's at least twice as slow as a regular assist, if not even slower yet. And with that in mind, man, you know, assists are how you make things go, basically, right? Like, let's, you know, not to put too fine a point on it. And if you're just waiting forever on your assist to regenerate, especially with the new changes to how assists regenerate, so if you're keeping someone on blocks done, your assist won't start to regenerate yet. And if you're waiting that much longer for this assist to, you know, come back on top of everything else, like, you can probably use a regular assist probably twice as often as the golden assist type. And if that is the case, is the golden assist going to be twice as good? That I do not know. I guess we'll find out to be sure, right? But I wonder with this very severe penalty it has right now, if it will be worth it. So with all that said, like I said, basically just spitballing, right? There's so much coming, so much to dissect, so much to go through. Whatever we think is going to happen, it's going to be a big deal. Who knows? We'll probably be dead wrong, right? Who knows, right? There's a couple of ideas we have right now. Like, we all think it's going to be the new reign of Golden Frieza Anchor, right? Frieza on the end of every team. We'll see, I guess, right? Frieza's not necessarily the easiest character to use correctly, so we'll see how that kind of shakes out. Will this be the rise of the big boys? Will Cooler and Broly finally take over this game? I don't think so in the end, honestly, because people still like playing Bardock and stuff, right? And that's not going to happen. But yeah, just really looking forward to it. Once again on the channel, we'll be covering everything and remaking a lot of the old classics guides and all that kind of stuff. So hey, check that out when it comes. But yeah, at this point, since I'm spitballing, I want to know what you guys are spitballing. Let me know. What do you think of some of the balance changes? Where do you think the game's going to be going in Season 3? And just anything that's on your mind. Only a couple days away. And honestly, I'm hype and I cannot wait. So let me hear it. And I guess, my friends, that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.